When we think of artificial intelligence, we often picture an invisible force, a ghost in the machine. We imagine it as a code, as ones and zeros, a purely digital entity with no physical form. In our minds, AI seems to act on the world like gravity, an unseen but powerful force. But what if that perspective is dangerously incomplete? This season, we're peeling back the curtain to reveal a difficult truth. AI is not just an invisible force, and it is actively terraforming our planet. It's a physical, industrial process with a footprint that extends from the deepest mines to the most remote deserts. Its wiry organs are massive data centers, and its lifeblood is the planet's raw material and its energy. To build the hardware that powers our AI, we need specific minerals like lithium, cobalt, and other earth metals. These are the building blocks of the microchips and batteries that make our devices smart. Their extraction often comes at a steep price, a story written in the landscape itself. Instead of the rushing rivers in the mining age, the new frontier of extraction is marked by vast multicolored lagoons and arid deserts. These are our lithium lakes. To get to the lithium, miners pump millions of liters of underground brine to the surface. As the water evaporates in the sun, it leaves behind concentrated lithium. But this process leaves its own legacy. The wastewater and the leftover brines are often filled with toxic chemicals that can pollute the surrounding soil and groundwater, turning once vibrant landscapes into toxic wastelands. And we're not just talking about the planet's energy, we're talking about its very physical body. Once these chips are made, they need a home, and that's where data centers come in, the physical body of the cloud. These are not just benign buildings. They are enormous consumers of water, using it to cool the thousands of hot running servers. Some estimates show that a single medium-sized data center can consume up to 100 million gallons of water a year, enough to supply roughly 1,000 households. So the water used to cool your search inquiries in a desert facility is often the same water that local residents and farmers need to survive. And what about energy? The power behind AI is astonishing. The training process for a large language model like GPT-4 can consume 1,750 megawatt hours of electricity. That's enough to power about 160 average American homes for a year. And it's not just for the training. Every time you ask it a question or use a new AI service, that server hums, consuming a little bit more energy and adding to the global demand. This brings us to a difficult question. Is AI some benevolent, all-knowing force? If it were truly intelligent, would it allow itself to function in a way that's so destructive to its own environment? The very earth that it relies on? I've come to believe the answer to that paradox is that intelligence is a mirror of its creator. So in this way, AI isn't an objective entity. It's a reflection of the human condition, of our greed and our disregard for consequences. As author Kate Crawford reveals in her book, Atlas of AI, this technology is more than just technical domain. It's a social practice where computational reasoning and human labor are deeply interlinked. Our so-called efficient AI systems are often built on conflict minerals and human exploitation, serving a narrow definition of efficiency at the expense of human and environmental well-being. This idea of personal convenience masking a deeper ethical issue really hits home for me. You see, I once thought of myself as an informed citizen, a person doing my part for the planet, an almond mom. But I've come to realize that I've been living in blissful ignorance, a bit like a citizen of Thneedville from the Lorax, living in happy ignorance of the true planetary cost of the technology that makes my life so convenient. During particularly challenging times, my smart device helps me with subplans in literal minutes. It's a major convenience, but it masks a painful truth. Personal convenience can literally blind us to our complacency in a broader and more corrupt system. And as I mentioned, I believe that intelligence is a mirror of its creator. So, in this way, AI is a reflection of the human condition, including our greed and disregard for consequences. It isn't an objective entity, but it's a reflection of the economic, political, and cultural forces that shape it, which means we need to be extra careful. This understanding of AI as a planetary network terraforming the planet has had a profound impact on my professional trajectory. It's also taught me a critical lesson. The fact that something uses natural resources doesn't automatically mean that it's bad. A house uses resources, but it provides shelter. The issue lies in the lack of regulation and ethical oversight. The AI revolution is not an abstract concept. Its effects are tangible, from toxic lakes to massive energy consumption. But knowing this means we have the power to demand better, more ethical, and more transparent practices. If you're as fascinated by this cosmic journey as we are, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more dives into the world of AI. Until then, keep exploring.